Okay, in this lecture we're going to talk about the rules for exponents. You may remember that we already have a few rules. For example, if I have the same base and I have these exponents, then we simply add the exponents. If we have this and we're dividing, of course we have the difference of the exponents. Okay. We also have seen that if I have a to the negative n, I get 1 over a to the n. Also, if we have a to the n raised to the power of m, this is equal a to the n m. Okay, so we have these ones here, and let's have a look at a use of the quotient rule here. Let's suppose that we want to simplify. So let's do an example. Let's suppose I want to simplify 46 x to the 8 y to the 11 over 4 x to the 12, and we have y to the 5. Okay, so we always do the numbers first. Let's get them out of the way. And now, of course, we use the quotient rule here. We have x to the 8 subtract 12, and we have y to the 11 subtract 5. So I end up with, by cancelling by 2, I get 23 on 2. I have x to the negative 4 here, and I have y to the 6 here. So when we simplify this to positive exponents, we end up with this result. Okay. All right, so let's look at some of the different ways we can use these rules. Right, so again we're going to simplify. Okay, let's do part A. Let's suppose we want to do 5a cubed by 3 to the negative 1, a to the 4 to the negative 2. So notice here let's leave this 5a cubed by itself for a moment, and let's do this particular rule up here on this. So it'll be 3 to the negative 1 by negative 2 is 2, and we have a to the negative 8. So this now becomes 5 by 3 squared, of course, is 9, and we're going to have a cubed by a to the negative 8. So this will be 45, a to the negative 5, 3 plus negative 8, which of course is 45 on a to the 5. Right, part B. Let's suppose I have 30 a to the 5 by b to the negative 8, and we're dividing by 45 a to the negative 6 and b to the 2. Okay, so in this case here we're going to do the numbers again by themselves, and we're going to have a to the 5 subtract negative 6, and we're going to have b to the negative 8 plus, subtract 2. So we're going to end up with, now we can go by 15s here, so that's 2 on 3. And here we're going to have a to the 11, and here we're going to have b to the negative 10. So when we do positive exponents, this will be 2a to the 11 over 3b to the 10. Alright, let's do one more. Okay, suppose we have something a little more complicated like this. We have 4 x cubed to the negative 2. And let's suppose we have 4 x to the negative 1 cubed. let's make it a negative cube. And we're dividing this by 4 to the negative 2 by x to the 2, and we're going to have that to the negative 4. Okay, again we apply the this rule up here, and we end up with 4 to the negative 2, because this is like a 1 here. We have x to the negative 6. In this one we have 4 to the negative 3, and we have x to the negative 1 by negative 3 is 3, all over 4 to the, let's have a look here, so negative 4 by negative 2 is 8. Okay, and we have x to the negative 8. Right, so we end up with, doing the top part here, we're going to have 4 to the negative 2 plus negative 3 is negative 5. And we're going to have x to the negative 3, because negative 6 plus 3 is negative 3, over 4 to the 8. And this is going to be x to the negative 8. So this becomes 4 to the negative 5 subtract 8 by x to the negative 3 subtract negative 8. So this will become 4 to the negative 13 by x to the 5. So our result will be x to the 5 over 4 to the 13. Right, and that's how we use our exponent rules.